of our podcast. I am Rahul. So I have Bikramaditya from Odisha. Hi Bikram, welcome to our episode.
Hi Rahul, thank you. Thank you for having me on the show.
How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you?
I'm also good, Bikram. So as guys, you are aware that we have covered a lot of topics related to our professional life, corporate sector, the different challenges faced by the person with disabilities. So today we are moving to the some personal life of the person with disabilities. We will talk about misconception of the society towards our person with disabilities, where if they are not get married or they are finding challenges to find proper suitable life partner. So Bikram, what is first of all I would like to have a small introduction of yours, please.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Bikramaditya. I'm an IT professional working for a multinational company. I have obtained my master's from University of Hyderabad. Yeah, that's about me. And I would like to come to your question regarding the societal perception of the people towards persons with disabilities. So this is a very complex and intricate topic which is there in everyone's mind, but nobody discusses that in public.
Yeah, due to social
consent. I mean, nobody wants to reveal themselves as someone who has a stereotypical mindset towards persons with disabilities. For example, let's say there is a person who is highly qualified, let's say a civil servant or maybe an engineer or doctor, whatever maybe, he is in a prestigious position. However, he will never ever want to let her daughter get married to a person with disabilities. He will pretend something else. He would try to avoid it by some other excuses, but he will never let others know regarding his misconceptions towards person with disabilities.
Yeah, it happens, Bikram, with the girls with the person with disabilities, right?
Everyone.
Yeah.
It happens with individuals with persons with disabilities, regardless of the gender. So
correct.
What happens is it comes to the mind of the people that somebody who is blind or have a visual impairment will not be able to lead a normal life. That is totally impractical thought process, I would consider, because they don't use their analytical sense when thinking about such misconceptions, or when thinking about the social life of a person with disabilities.
Right.
Because what happens is when we, let's say, have food, when we sleep, we dream, we think, we don't necessarily use our eyes for every such activities, right? This is just an organ which provides us the way to visually perceive things. But perception can be framed from different other organs, from ears, from touch, from your intellects. I mean, there are numerous other senses which can provide us perception, but those people think that if someone is not able to see, he is unable to lead his normal life, because maybe eyes is the one prominent organ wherein he can see certain, he can perceive. Because of that, his perception is limited, his intellectual wisdom is limited, everything is limited. That's what they think. Even I come across people who tend to ask, how do you eat if you are not able to see? This is one of the silly questions. Your hand moves to your mouth and you hold the food that gets entered into your mouth. So what is the role of eye in this regard? Tell me. Is there any?
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. So that is something that we have in our people's mind.
So nowadays we are seeing, like in social media platforms like Metro Money, we have applications, right? So I observed one or two applications have some dedicated check boxes. Are you a person with disability? Yes or no? So, but society does not accept this, but still they want, the person with disability should not get married with the person with disability, or they want like a normal person. How will they manage if they are, both person as a person with disability? How will they manage? So, what is your view about that?
See, including a checkbox on their portal just indicates that they have added a feature wherein you can inform about yourself to your prospective matches. You can reveal about yourself. So they have just provided a way to indicate that you have certain challenges, including your physical disabilities. So maybe they are trying to make sure that even persons with disabilities are included in their platform. They want to take them as a customer. So whether they get success or not, that is probably not their headache, I would say. Maybe they would try to reach as many customers as possible, and that is the reason why they are including such features, so that they will get more subscribers. Whether people will accept or not, that is not the concern of these platforms. Their concern is to attract more and more customers. And as far as accepting someone as a candidate is concerned, it's not about, earlier we talked about the general perception of the people, but that also translates to the candidates. What happens is, like, let's say there is a girl, and he would consider that if I get married to a person with disability, then all the responsibilities of him will get transferred to me, and I will be the sole owner of all his activities, and my commitment will be exclusively towards him to sustain his life and to to make him accomplish everything. But that's not the case. He has been doing that for over 30 years, 25 years till now. And if you come, then you will share some of the responsibilities, not that it will be completely taken over by you. But that is the incorrect perception they have, that if they get married, they have to render all the responsibilities.
Correct.
They feel burdened by that. That is because they are not familiar with persons with disabilities, like how they lead their life. And the other thing is lack of awareness. Here we have very limited awareness in our society. Unlike the other Western societies, there the large scale prevalence of this awareness has helped many of the sighted people to know more about users with disabilities. They are compassionate enough, they are extending helping hands, and they are also getting to know about how they lead their life and how they get success in their life. I would tell you one story. There was this movie about Shrikant Bhala, right? That has created an enormous impact in the society. I was traveling in train and I came across like a parent whose daughter is posted as a collector in one of the districts. And they are saying, you know what, there is a movie, and in that movie it is portrayed that they can do everything. And by seeing at that movie, their perception has largely been changed. So when they see me, that I am able to operate mobile using talkback and laptop using our screen readers, they are not surprised. Instead, they inquired about it as to how I am able to do so. Instead of getting surprised as to, oh, is he able to do so? That is an expression of surprise, right? But okay, how are you able to do so? That is the curiosity to know about how I'm able to do so. So that makes a difference when people see about real life, when they come across actual person with disabilities.
Correct.
They have a different perception, right? Even I have come across friends who get married to their childhood friends, because the childhood friend know that person from the beginning, and he doesn't have that constraint, or he doesn't have that misconception as to how he will take care of me, or whether I'll have to take the complete care of him. So that makes a difference.
One more thing is, like, when, especially this is for low vision person, so the family, say, like, if you are low vision, don't tell the girl's family or boy's family that you are low vision. You just wear specs and you can see. Just don't disclose everything to them and get married. So what do you say about this? I feel this is totally wrong.
That is strongly discouraged, because that will, first of all, break the trust in the relationship from the beginning itself.
Correct.
When someone will detect that that candidate has lied about his limitations, then the relationship may not continue further. it might deteriorate, and that trust concern will never be addressed. That person would have rejected if he knew that the person is a let's say visually impaired, but since he or she did not know that, she had to accept her sincerity, her dedication will never be the same. And maybe just in case if he or she gets married, he will stay for some time and then probably they might get separated. I mean, that's the harsh reality, but that will happen.
Correct.
So instead of getting someone by not revealing the exact limitations, I would say reveal the exact limitations, or what, not only physical limitations. Let's say you have different limited preferences. You don't like certain things, you don't like certain races, or whatever you have maybe in your mind, just reveal it all together. After that, if somebody is accepting you, it is great. If by knowing about your limitations and preferences, somebody is rejecting you, that is also more beneficial than getting someone who doesn't know about our limitations.
And Bikram, so at last I would like to ask you, what would be your advice to the family of the people in people for disability as well? So how should they step forward to the this marriage thing and all?
Yeah, that's a great question, I would say. Actually, the responsibility lies in the family. Sometimes what happens is the family itself considers
Correct.
their own children with disabilities as burden, and they put limited effort to search for brides or grooms, or search for partners, and they kind of think in the mind that okay, now what to do, this is his luck. If somebody is in his luck, then he will get it, otherwise let it be. And there is also a harsh reality that if somebody starts earning, the parents become reluctant to let them get married, because their income source will be limited, and this is highly negative thinking. I have come across such parents as well. So I would request all those parents to just consider their children with disabilities as their other regular children, and make sure that you put all this effort. When the mother was holding that baby in her womb, that time he put all the effort, right? He took all the necessary food, medication, everything to raise that child. Once she delivers, how can that be different? That same affection, the same sense of dedication, and the same sense of responsibilities and obligation should be maintained throughout, regardless of whether that child is a person with disabilities or is a regular child. I would say that they should also put optimum efforts to search for partners for their child. If they are unsuccessful, that is fine, but that child should not feel this way, that my parents are overlooking me or ignoring me, or not searching enough because I'm a visually impaired, and they might feel offended if somebody rejects me. That's fine. If that is the case, what will happen if the same person with disability will feel offended if their parents are old enough? For example, let's say if there is a party or something going on, and that person will hesitate to carry their parents along with him, then how it will feel to them? The similar feeling will be there for the person with disabilities when their respective parents ignore them or overlook them by considering them as burden. So they should treat them equally. That should be my advice.
Yeah, well said, Vikram. Thank you so much for coming to our podcast, and I wish you all the best, and thank you again.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Rahul, for giving me an opportunity to speak something from my heart, and I hope your platform will make this message convey
Yes,
to many people. Yeah.
Thank you.